Oh my gosh, you guys, it is December, so that means it's time for a November favorites video. My birthday's in December, Christmas is in December, Christmas Eve, which is also my birthday, is in December. So I just love the month. It's my favorite month of the entire year. So I'm really excited that it's coming up, or that it is December. So yeah, let's just jump right into my favorites. I have pretty much all makeup stuff, with the exception of one item. So I'm just going to jump into the makeup. The first thing is actually kind of a skincare item, but I put it on before makeup. This is the Origins Ginseng Brightening Eye Cream. This is just a sample I have of it. I've never used it before this sample, and I really just like how it feels under the eyes. It really feels like it's awakening you, and it just gives you a more awake look. So I do really like this. As for whether or not I'm going to purchase the full size, probably not. But it is a really good sample for the amount of time that I'm using it. And then I have two brushes. The first one is from Crown Brush, and this is the C476 Crease Slash Shadow Brush. I got this in an Ipsy bag. I like both ends of the brush. This is a dual-sided brush, but I really like the shadow side. This is a really nice pinched-in brush that I like to use for putting on the transition color when I first start my eyeshadow looks. And it's just the perfect size, perfect shape to just kind of get in right above the crease and in the crease. So it's just a really nice brush for that. And then my other brush favorite is from Sonia Kashuk. I got this new holiday set of their brushes, and this is one of their powder brushes, I believe. It's really thick, really dense, really soft. And I really like applying my highlight. And another product that you'll see in the favorites with this brush, I just kind of like to apply products right on the cheekbone, like blush or things like that with this brush. And I don't have any powder brushes that are as round and dense as this, so I've been loving that. Okay, and then last but not least, for somewhat makeup items, is a lip balm. This is the Revo lip balm. This is the Honey and Beeswax one. I got this in the beginning of November, and I'm like going through it like crazy. I don't know if you can see how much is like left, but I think this is the quickest I've ever used a lip balm up, so I really do like the progress that's being made on that. It's a really nice, it's minty, but it's not crazy hardcore. It feels like it's doing something on your lips, which I really like. For a primer, I've been using the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro. This is the first time I've ever used this primer. Usually I go for the Maybelline Baby Skin, or I've used a Mally one in the past. I really like this. It's not so much a silicone as it is like a white, creamy consistency. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. It's just a white cream, so it's really moisturizing and just it feels really nice. It's not silicone at all. So it's different from other things that I've used. I've never used a primer like this before, but I think it's my new favorite at the drugstore just because it's moisturizing and not like greasy, oily silicone feeling. So good primer if you're in the market for something cheap. And then for foundation, all month I've been using the Rimmel Stay Matte in True Ivory. This is a product I'm trying to finish up. I kind of am not sure if I should even be putting it in this favorites, because I do like it, but at the same time, I just am so done with it that I just want to get rid of it. I don't have that much left, as you can see, and I don't know. It's nice. It stays all day. Like it's a really nice foundation. But if you are not careful, you can get real cakey with this real fast. So basically, I've just been applying it with the Tarte Buffer Brush, and it's been turning out pretty well. But there are some days where I'm like, oh, this is too heavy and too cakey. Like I can't wait to be done with it. So Once I'm done with this, I'm not going to be repurchasing it, but it is a good foundation. It's a mousse texture, and if you are in the market for something more mattifying, this would be a good foundation to try. So this powder brush I've been using with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. Now, when I got this, I wasn't really sure how to use it, what to do with it, is it even worth it? To this day, I still am not sure if it's really worth the $45 that this powder costs. I got this during the VIB sale, so I didn't pay that much for it, but I still am not really sure if it's even worth that. It is a really glowy powder. The Luminous Light one is a little bit more peachy toned. So what I've been doing with this brush is I've just been like picking up some of the product and just putting it along my under eye area, just to kind of, you know, brighten up that area, add a little bit of a highlight. It's a very subtle highlight, but on days where I don't really want to wear a whole lot of makeup, this is really nice to just look alive and look glowy. So I'm still in the process of figuring out how I really feel about this, but I have been using it a lot this month, so I figured I'd include it anyway. And the next product is a blush. This is from the Tarte, what was that set that I got, that Cheek to Chic or whatever. This is in the color Prim. I don't know if I talked about this last favorites video. If not, I'm going to talk about it now. It looks like this. I think this was a limited edition shade to the collection, but I'm sure you can find a similar blush, whether it be from Tarte or other brands, that is this color. This is what I'm wearing today. It's a very neutral, kind of a neutral mauvey pink blush. I really think the color is stunning when blended out on the cheeks. It just goes with any kind of look that you want to do, whether you want to do smokier, darker eyes like I have today, or just a light, you know, a light look with a dark lip. It's a very versatile everyday blush, so I've been really loving it. And the packaging is adorable. I mean, look at it. For my eyeshadow, I've been really varying on palettes that I'm using. It's the holiday time. Holiday palettes are coming out. I've kind of just been using a lot of the palettes and eyeshadows that I have. But for an eyeshadow base, I've been using the MAC Paint Pot in Let's Skate. This is a paint pot nobody really talks about. I know people talk about Painterly, Soft Ochre, things like that. But this is in the Let's Skate. It's a pastel pink with like a gold shimmer, and I know you're like really not even going to be able to see anything, but it's really nice as a base for a lot of like pinkier tone shadows, even neutral tone shadows I've used with this. The shimmer is a little bit like, it's weaved throughout the product. When you put it on your eyes, it's not that visible, but you can see that there is like kind of a goldish sheen to it. So I don't like to really wear it on its own because I just think it looks weird. But you could, I guess, if you really thought, you know, the color was pretty. But this is just a really, I don't know, it's my first paint pot that I've ever used. I got it a long time ago and I'm revisiting it. It's still nice, it's still creamy. So I figured why not use it and, you know, try to go through it. So it's a really good product, and I recommend, you know, the Let's Skate. If anything, try the Painterly. I haven't tried the Painterly paint pot, but everyone raves about it, so I'm sure it's really good. The next products are mascaras. I like to use these as a pair, so that's why I'm showing them together. They're both from CoverGirl. They're both from the Lash Blast line. The first one is the new CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. This is a mascara I was trying out because it's new, and it's got this really pretty pink flowery tube, and then you open it up, and it's like it's a plastic bristle brush. It looks like this. It's kind of clumpy because I've been like I just used it, but it looks like this, and I really like to kind of just get in the roots of my lashes and carry it out. I usually do about 2 coats of this, and I can get a pretty good lash. But then I go in with the Clump Crusher waterproof, and I use this to kind of just go through the lashes, get out any clumps, lengthen them a little more. And the 2 of these together work amazingly. At first, I was kind of just like, because I'm not ever into CoverGirl mascaras. Clump Crusher's okay. That's about the only CoverGirl mascara that I like. But together, they're just really good. Like, they're both kind of so-so on their own. I mean, they're still good for a natural look. I like a little bit more dramatic lashes. But together, they are really, really nice. And, yeah. The last couple makeup things. The first one is a Elizabeth Mott liner. I got this in my Ipsy bag this month. This is the You're So Fine eyeliner in Glitterati. It's just a black liquid liner with some glitter in it. I just really like the applicator, how it applies, how it lasts all day. And the glitter's a nice touch too, because I mean, who doesn't like glitter, right? And then the last makeup thing, this month has really been for me a lot about experimenting with my brows. I think I've finally gotten into a routine that I actually enjoy and actually like how they look. And I've been using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in the color medium. This is just a really nice little kit. It's got a powder and it's got a gel. I'm sure you've all seen this little kit. What I like to do is I like to use my, it's in there, my Real Techniques brow brush, and just use the powder and kind of just fill them in. And then I use the little brush that comes with the kit, the little slanted side, and just use the gel and just kind of outline them and kind of just fill in any patches. And then I go in with my Great Lash Brow Gel, just kind of comb it through there. And then I've rediscovered this pencil. This is the Cella Ivory Lace Highlighter. I got this in my first ever Ipsy bag. In fact, I'm probably not sure if this is even still good, but I use it anyway because I don't have that much left. It's just a white highlighter pencil, and I like to, use it on the brow bone and kind of carry it in. And I just like how it lifts up the brows a little more. I really like the effect of this pencil and this kit together. So this month has really been about brows for me, and I'm really liking how they're looking and how they're turning out. So that's all the makeup stuff. The last thing I have as a favorite, I've been whipping out my wax warmer a lot more, just because it's like the holidays and you can get some really good holiday scents for a wax warmer. I live in a dorm, so I'm not allowed to burn candles, but I'm actually not allowed to use this either. Fire hazard, I guess, but I do it anyway. And if you don't know, it's just a little light bulb that heats up the wax that's in here. Right now, I have Farm Apple Pumpkin in here, and it heats up the wax, and then you just get the scent. So I guess my favorite for the month would be my wax warmer and the Farm Apple Pumpkin scent, just because it smells like fall and pumpkins, obviously, and it just gives my room a really good cinnamony, pumpkiny, appley scent, and it's just really like it. So those are all my favorites for the month of November. So let me know in the comments what your guys' favorites were, and hopefully we get a really good December. Hopefully you guys, have a good holiday. I act like I'm not going to see you guys until, after Christmas, that's not even true. So hopefully you guys have a beautiful day, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!